where do people get the confidence to feel like they can go out with the wettest, most bronchial cough you've ever heard in your lifetime in the stretch room?
But I guess, Jeremy, the stretch room in that scenario would now be the strep room. Would be yeah, it'd be the strep room.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, opportunity
missed.
missed.
That's the t-shirt. Sup, Park Peeps? I'm Demi from Magical Hijinks.
And I'm entertainment journalist Joey Nolfi, strapping in for the Park Peeps Podcast, the ultimate theme park show where unhinged passion, travel expertise, and coaster nerd chaos collide. And today we're talking with Jerendelle about the grossest theme park guest behaviors we have ever seen.
So buckle up and pull up on that yellow strap as we dispatch for Season 2 of the Park Peeps Podcast.
Hello, and welcome to...
Mr. Spot.
Welcome back to Park Peeps Podcast.
Mr. Spot.
As I was saying, welcome back to the Park Peeps Podcast, where today we are
with... Mr. Spot.
That is it. Figment, bring me the hose. Now that Demi has blasted off to regions beyond, I am Joey Nolfi, returning to bring you news of a wonderful development from backstage at the cast member area of Magic Kingdom's Janitorial and Facilities Department, where we have established the Park Peeps Sanitation and Cleanliness Wing, aimed at providing a sparkling listener experience on our squeaky clean airwaves.
And I'm Demi. I'm Demi from the Magical Hijinks YouTube channel, where here to confirm that this week's installment has us itching to rub-a-dub in our tubs and stay annoyingly clean for the foreseeable future.
I thought Demi the stenographer was coming back there for a second after that journey to the depths there with great prop work to Demi there. Great prop work. Snaps, snaps, snaps.
Thank you.
But that is right. Today, we do welcome back Jerendelle to talk about gross guest behavior we have personally witnessed or maybe seen on the internet at theme parks around the world, but mostly the Disney parks. But before we do that, make sure you are following us at Park Peeps Pod, at Joey Nolfi, at Magical Hijinks on all socials and YouTube, and you know that's HIJINX, and to active super cleanliness and to cleanse your overall life aura, make sure you are subscribed and following us wherever you get your podcasts. Give us the maximum star rating and please give us a comment or a review or both. It really does help us continue doing the show and to keep bringing you this content if you do that.
First off,
yes,
on the matter of the Park Peeps Sanitation and Cleanliness Wing agenda today,
yes,
we do have a 2-minute tea time. We have it on the docket.
Yes.
I recently...
Still in court.
Still in court. I have it on the docket.
Yes, stenographer Demi!
I recently went to... No, okay. I was recently over in Disney's Animal Kingdom filming for the YouTube channel. And I was walking around and I had these thoughts.
Oh.
These thoughts that I thought I would like to share with all of you. So here are those thoughts.
And I have not heard these thoughts just yet. This is my first time hearing them as well, so I cannot wait.
Sup, my dudes, it's Demi, and today I am in Disney's Animal Kingdom. And it's a Thursday, it's beautiful out, the park is dead. Even Flight of Passage right now has a 40-minute wait. It's very empty, but it's really nice to walk around and look at the beautiful scenery, because it really is the most incredibly beautiful and immersive park. So, as I am doing that, all I keep thinking is, man, I wish I could tell people to come here. You know, Animal Kingdom obviously is in a little bit of a pickle right now with Dino Land being down, now adding on to Rafiki's Planet Watch being under refurbishment. But even besides that, my problem with Animal Kingdom is that, you know, as much as Disney would like to say in their promos for this park when it premiered, it is not a zoo, it is a zoo. Because there's not that many rides, even with Dinosaur if it was here, right? So half of the fun here, and I said this in my videos a bunch of times, is the animal experiences. And they're amazing animal experiences, and I love them. But that's probably because I don't have one day to come here. I can come here and look at the animals, you know, more than most people. So whenever somebody tells me, hey, I only have 3 days in Disney, I'm not doing Park Hopper, what park do I skip? It really hurts me to have to say it, but it is Animal Kingdom. I mean, of course, every park is different for every person, but the fact is, like, there's probably a zoo near you. And Disney is like a once-in-a-lifetime vacation for some people. And there's just so many more unique things that are happening in the other parks that are not happening in this park. Now, while this is an incredible zoo, do you want to spend a whole day at a zoo that you traveled all the way to Orlando for? Or do you want to go fly the Millennium Falcon? Or do you want to shrink to the size of a rat, and drink around the world? Or, I mean, I'm never going to say skip Magic Kingdom, obviously, unless you're from Disneyland. So it hurts that we have to kind of like be in this position. Obviously, again, it could be different for some people, but that's kind of where I sit on it. So let us know. What do you think of Animal Kingdom? Am I right? If it's only 3 days option, is this the skip park? Do you skip? Do you do a half day? Or do you think it's a full day? Do you think people should give it a chance even though it is kind of a zoo? But that's kind of what I'm battling with as I walk through this beautiful, incredible park, staring at the Tree of Life with the waterfall. And look, there's Russell and Carl, and nobody is here to meet them right now. And that's crazy, but that's the reality of this park. And especially this year and probably next year, there's not going to be that many people here.
All right, Demi. These are some thoughts that you've been thoughting.
Yeah, it's just it's a hard thing, it's a hard thing to think about. And I really love the park so much. I think it's unbelievably themed and so wonderful. But it's a zoo. Part of it's a zoo, and it's a great zoo. And
it's not a zoo, actually.
But that's what they say. That's what I said in my tea time. They say it's not a zoo, but it is. It's a hard thing to tell people that. So like when you're giving advice, like you have to be realistic with things. And I want people to visit Animal Kingdom. I think it should be visited. I think you should do the animal encounters. But I also understand that there is you maybe not have time for everything, or whatever it is. So it's a hard thing to kind of like battle with. But I mean, I love Animal Kingdom. I love the animal encounters. I love walking through that gorilla exploration trail. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
I think I could stay there forever and watch the gorillas. But that's just the reality of what the park is. It all depends on you, what you like. You have to. Yes, just you,
Me?
Joseph.
My wish?
Your wish. Your wish. Yeah.
I wish for many more good Demi 2-minute tea times in the future. Thank you for doing those. You've done the past 2 and they've been really good. So keep it up and stay tuned for more when we do more 2-minute tea times in the future. But for now, we are going to go dive into some more putrid waters.
Oh, no.
One might say. But it is a very entertaining discussion that we have with Jerendelle about the most disgusting things we have seen guests do at theme parks. And these are all true stories coming right up. We did indeed promise a clean episode, and there is nothing more pure, innocent, and joyful than our returning guest. You know him as Jerendelle on social. We know him as the menace in our lives who just won't quit rope dropping.
But most importantly, this member of the Park Peeps family is going to bring you a clean batch of biscuits each time. Please welcome the incomparable and very tall Jeremy!
There's the scream. There's the scream. He's back. He's back.
I hear that scream in my dreams.
Oh. You're welcome.
I hear it in my nightmares sometimes too, actually.
Ooh, you're double welcome.
Yes, like a siren's curse in the depths.
Luring you, yeah.
I was literally hearing it the other day when I had Express Pass at Universal, and we did like Hagrid's a bunch of times, and I'm just like, I wish Jeremy was here, because I know I just hear him saying, how many times do we do Hagrid's with Express Pass?
I love Demi's Jeremy voice. That was yeah.
You don't know me. I don't do videos like that ever.
Never. No, never.
Like, whatever.
It's very Toad, actually, your scream.
What's your damage, Heather? Jeez.
What's your damage, Heather? And we were just saying that, first of all, thank you, Jeremy, for doing this. This is an episode that I have been wanting to do for a while, ever since you have told me some stories that I imagine we will talk about today. However, I always say that anytime we bring Jeremy here, I shouldn't even bother writing like a banter into the script, because Jeremy just always gives us material to work with, but inadvertently beforehand. Because when we signed on, let me tell you, this woman had a hard-boiled egg in her mouth. She had a hard-boiled egg in her mouth. Then she got up, was traveling back and forth amidst her hotel room, tripped and fell. And then when she sat back down, like, there was a gurgling, spritzing noise, and she was like, "Oh, it's my nitro." And I was like, Jeremy, this is why we love you, because this all just, you never know what you're going to get with Jeremy, but somehow you know exactly what you're going to get.
The trip literally looked like fake because it was so perfect, you know?
Mm-hmm. It was perfect. Yeah. What do you have to say for yourself, Jeremy?
Months ago, I was training to become a professional figure skater, and I was the Ilya before Ilya.
Well.
And I have very much embraced my role in this lifetime of coming as a mess and leaving as a mess. So you're welcome. Thank you.
Never a mess. Never a mess. A delightful. If you are a mess, then we are all a catastrophe, because you are really doing it. And I know that you have your bedazzled little biscuit hat on. I know you've been working hard on that stuff.
Hours.
Yes.
Hours. Mm-hmm. So worth it, though.
Yes. That's
so
Jeremy's merch. You should all go check out Jeremy's merch, because Jeremy has some really cool merch. And Jeremy's stuff on Instagram and YouTube is just really popping off. I know I really enjoyed your Galactica video that you did. That was like, what's it called?
Galacticoaster.
Yeah, Galacticoaster at Legoland. That video I really enjoyed when you did that early preview. So Jeremy, you should all go check out Jeremy's YouTube, because it's really, really, really fun. And this woman is who she is in those videos in person. So, I mean, it's just, you're getting the real deal with our dear Jeremy.
Thank you, Joey. Thank you, Demi.
We love you,
It's a pleasure to be
baby.
back.
Yes.
And I have to kick this off with, the very first thing, because on our list of grossest guest behaviors at theme parks, because Jeremy, you actually are the star of both of my first picks, because the grossest things that I've ever seen people do at theme parks, number one is rope dropping, and number two is crawling on the ground for content at DCA. So what do you have to say for yourself?
Listen, one of these days, when you do make it to the rope, you're going to have an epiphany moment, and I cannot wait to be there to record all of it. All of it. If you try to just very sternly be like, I had no fun, this was miserable, we didn't get anything done. I can't wait for the shoe to be on the other foot, for you to walk 2 miles in a stiletto. I can't wait.
Yeah, anyway. I just got to be careful of those tracks on Main Street, because the stiletto can't fall into those little tracks.
That's true.
Yeah.
Every day
you know what I was thinking? What if we keep you up all night, Joey, instead of going to bed and waking up, that you never actually go to bed, and we go straight to rope drop, and we're there for a few hours, and then you can go to bed?
Are you okay? I'm a working woman, and you are trying to mess up my sleep cycle permanently to rope drop? What is the benefit?
I'm just trying something.
How about this? Why don't we fly? You can either come out to California or overseas. We could fly overnight, land, and then go straight to a park.
There you go.
Hello.
You know what? I did that with Hong Kong Disneyland. That's exactly what I did. I landed, I checked into the hotel, and went to a full park day.
That's what I did.
I immediately set my sleep schedule, so that was actually fine. I would be down.
There we go. Period.
I didn't have a hotel.
All right, we solved it. Lovely. Thank you, Jeremy.
And then to your other point, sometimes you just do what you have to do in the name of content, which is why I travel with not 1, not 2, not 3, but at least 6 hand sanitizers at a time, and know where my restrooms are at all times, so I can use proper hand soap too. So me getting on the ground for 15 seconds to film a video, a very much needed and integral part of the story, is worth the sacrifice. It was 1,000 degrees outside. I did maybe get a 2nd-degree burn on my knee, but I digress. Yeah, not great.
You're
not
using
great.
Using them knees too much, Jeremy. You better stop. But no,
Jeremy's like, do it for the vine.
Yeah, that truly. But the image
always
of you,
for the vine. Always
for the vine.
I just have that image burned into my brain. You just like gasping and like crawling on the ground. It's so funny. It really is funny.
I love
you.
But on a serious note, we do have important PSA
Yes.
matters to discuss today.
And I want to say this really quick before we begin. I hope by the end of this episode, they realize that we need to bring back those hand wash machines throughout the park that we had during COVID. Because those were elite. And I don't even mean just for like germs. Like, do you know how many times I'm like, I got a Dole Whip or something and it's melting and it's just, or it's just you're sweaty because it's disgusting out. It's so nice to just wash your hands.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, oh man, it was such a great little thing that we had and I want it back.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Yeah, PSA. That would be a good PSA to hope for that in the future. But yeah, we're going to each just this is one of our just key episodes where we're just going to go back and forth and share our picks for the most disturbing and gross theme park guest behaviors that we have seen. I will actually, I would like to kick this off though on a serious note because those two things I said about Jeremy are just a joke. But so my first one is going to be, I say this all the time, but I'm going to give a very specific example this time.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
When I am so amazed every time I see people, and I only see this in theme parks, people in public restrooms that do not wash their hands. And I'm talking, mama, you just came out of the stall or you just came out of the urinal and you pass right by that wall of sink. That is a choice to walk past that wall of sinks. And I'm just thinking, first of all, it's disgusting to do this in general. Second, you know that you are in front of other people who can see what you're doing and who you clearly just don't care and walk past them and don't care that they just saw you come out of the stall and not wash your hands. And third, you are going out to touch other communal things such as ride lap bars and utensils and dispensers and anything else that you are touching that a million other people in the park that day are also touching. Where is your brain? Where is your common sense? Where is your patriotism for your fellow man? I don't think patriotism was the right word, but we're going to go with it. And I don't understand why I said patriotism, but
because it lives in the heart of the American bear.
That's right. Yeah, we're going to go with that. That's
the American bear.
Yes. And I
Fozzie.
I cannot understand this. And the one specific story that I remember seeing this happen with, I was with fellow friends of the show, Stephanie and Lindsay. We were at Steakhouse 71 at the Contemporary. And I remember I was in the bathroom. We were waiting for our reservation the time to start. And there was a guy in the bathroom, fully came out of the stall, breezed right past the sinks. We sat down for our dinner. This man was seated next to us with his full family. There was an elderly gentleman with him, a woman who was clearly like his wife or his partner, and he had a small child. This man was hand feeding his child food. And I'm talking finger food. He was ripping bread and putting it in the child's mouth, chicken tenders from his fingers into the child's mouth. I was so ungodly disturbed by this. And I was just boldly saying, I was looking over at them and I was saying very loudly, I was just like, he didn't wash his hands in the bathroom. He didn't wash his hands. He didn't wash his hands. He didn't wash his hands. They didn't hear me, but I mean, just vile.
You're so messy.
Joey, that's awful.
But I love you.
I was trying to prevent a public health crisis.
It's too late. It's too late.
It's too late, honey.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess we just had to quarantine him and the child.
Ugh, that is
the
absolutely
kid for
vile.
sure got some kind of bacteria infection. Period.
Yeah. Oh,
that
absolutely.
next day, probably in the middle of the night.
But yeah, I don't understand what synapse is missing in your brain and what connective tissue is missing that makes you go from I'm doing number 2 in the stall to walk right past the sink in front of another person to go hand feed my child at a restaurant.
Are you sure there was no sink in the stall?
100%. It was one of the skinny ones. It wasn't one of the accessible ones. It was a skinny one because I clocked that.
Are you sure? Not that he shouldn't.
100% sure because I saw the stall.
Sure he pooped.
I mean, it smelled in there. So, yeah.
Which you should wash after you pee too, people.
Yeah, it was Demi,
like,
are you a number one apologist here?
Oh,
I don't
no. You should do both, but that's maybe that's what I thought. Like maybe he just went number one. He feels that he doesn't have to wash after number one.
Regardless.
Well, but the thing is, it's like, okay, like in a scenario like that, look, I'm not giving anyone a pass. You don't get a pass.
No, I'm not either.
I'm sorry. But like, I can at least see if you were in the comforts of your own home and you've done whatever and you're there and it's whatever. Okay, fine. You didn't, fine. You are at one of the most visited places in the world. You are touching everything that millions of other people are touching daily. There is no excuse. I don't care if you if you took a sissy and that's it. No sissy, no sassy. I don't care. I don't care.
Sissy, no sassy.
Because prior to the sissy, you have already touched the entire park along with everybody else. And so there's no excuse at Disney. I'm sorry. I really hope. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And especially if you're going to dinner and then you're feeding your child.
Yeah.
Feeding your baby. Are you
darkest
kidding
part of
me?
My soul.
Where do you pick that? Where does that skill set come up in life? Where do you learn along the way? You know what? I'm not washing my hands anymore. Like, where does that defiance come from? Why?
I don't know. I really don't know. And I would like to meet and interview these people's parents to get to the bottom of it. But that's my first pick. So let's move on to Jeremy. Jeremy, what is your first pick for this gross guest behavior we have witnessed?
You know what? Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I saw myself very much in this darling little girl, and I understood where she was coming from. Unfortunately, her execution was off. So, keeping it short, was waiting for Paint the Night. It was early on in the Paint the Night resurgence. So you're waiting for hours. You can only wait 2 hours before, whatever. And we happened to be sitting next to this cute little girl with their cute little family. And the parents were, they had a day. You could tell it's been a long day. They were checked out. The little girl was very much checked in, and she happened to be checked in on the pile of popcorn that was on the ground. So for about 30 minutes, I watched this girl kind of like check the parents, grab the popcorn in the mouth, right off of the street.
But it was, wait a minute.
You're joking.
The popcorn itself was on the ground or just the container?
Yeah. So like, for example, like I'm a disaster with popcorn. Like I like to do this and I spill it everywhere. Yeah. People drop their popcorn. They give it to kids. Kids throw it. It's crazy, right? And we just happen to be seated next to like a little pile of popcorn that somebody inevitably dropped to some degree or some fashion. And she was quite literally just sitting there minding her business on the curb while the parents were nowhere to be seen. They were there to be seen, but they were not checked in, while she's just going pick, eat, right off of the street.
The little bacteriums were crawling up from the pavement into that popcorn. I bet their logic was, well, some of the popcorns are on top of the other popcorns and it doesn't matter. But no, those little bacteria, they got legs.
There is logic. I think this was a child that saw popcorn and started eating it.
Yeah. Which is why I get it. I was like, look, I see myself in that kid. If there's food available to me, I'm probably going to eat it. But she doesn't know any better. The fact that she's eating it off of the nasty ground, I got it. But I'm looking at the parents being like, is this my moment to like say something? Or no, I'm just going to let it happen. She'll figure it out. She's not figuring it out. She's eating all of it. Okay.
How old do you think she was about?
She was giving 3.
It was
maybe like 3. She was young. She was very young.
It was me.
I knew it. But here's the thing, though. I feel like I've gotten into these conversations in the comments with some people, and the people are always, I feel like the fallback answer is, oh, it's early exposure. We're building up their immune system. I'm like, yeah, cool. Some things you really don't need to, some things like going to school as a kid is enough. Like you're exposed to everything.
Yeah.
Every day. You don't need to, pick up, the popcorn amoeba from the street, too. You don't need to do that.
I think most adults will prove, that probably never did that and are able to function in society, that you don't actually have to eat the popcorn off the ground to build up your immunity.
No, you don't. And it's like you could build up the immunity, yes, but why risk crumbling down your entire body in the effort to build up the immunity. It's not worth it.
Literally.
The risk is not worth the shot that you're taking there. So what a disgusting
Awful
endeavor that you witnessed. And I have to know, in the end, did you end up saying something or no?
I said nothing. I know. I'm part of the problem. Look, I take full responsibility, especially if she woke up like really ill.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, that's just, if a child has to miss the next park day because they're sick, that's one less child I have to deal with at the park the next day. So,
Well,
I mean...
You know, it's a tricky situation because, like, especially with children, like, you know, my first instinct would to be going to the parent and be like, hey, just so you know, your child's eating that off the ground. And I think most people, I would hope most people would be like, oh my gosh, thank you for pointing that out. That's horrible. Please don't do that with a child, you know.
Not today.
But there are some people that, like, if you tell them something about their child, it's like you're criticizing them and like, how dare you say something? And honestly, like in this world, in this time period, I definitely have gotten very much like not as confident in saying things. But that's a different thing than eating popcorn off the ground.
Yeah, that's a public health hazard. But you know what? We're just going to keep... rolling with the pops and the corn.
Keep it pushing.
Yeah, just keep it pushing. So, Demi,
I think I have something, though, that may one-up you.
Okay.
On this one, Jeremy, which I don't want to one-up you because this is already disgusting.
I'm afraid.
Okay, so I want to say this was like 2022. Yeah, probably that. I'm at Magic Kingdom and walking along Main Street, and I see a little girl with a Mickey bar, and she fully drops the Mickey bar onto the ground, like in the middle of the, not like on the side, like in the middle of the street, Main Street. And, you know, it's not like the popcorn kid who, you know, there was no parent realizing what was going on and whatever.
So these are wet ingredients as well.
This is wet ingredients as well. The father, which I assume is the father, takes some type of, I think it was a park map, scoops up the ice cream bar.
No.
With the park map.
No.
And then gives the ice cream back to the child to continue to eat.
No.
I love that he protected himself with a park map.
Well, he was using it to scrape it up because if you pick it up with your hand, it would have just fallen apart. He wasn't trying to save himself. He was trying to save that $6 on the Mickey ice cream.
What he presented to the child was not only a sugary concoction of death, but also now blended with the chemicals and the ink and the nasty dust and dirt that was on the ground, and also that park map.
Yeah,
let's not forget the what, Jeremy.
Say, on the rare occasion, horses.
I was just going to say that. I was just going to say that, Jeremy. I was literally going to say that because the horses are on there all the time and you have the cleaners and like it doesn't matter. Like, oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It was, and this was like, it was just wild to see. Like, this is a PSA. Like, if your child drops a Mickey ice cream bar, please just ask the cast member if they will be kind enough to give you another one. Don't drop it on purpose, but
they
like
will.
They will because they're not.
If you bring it over, like it's not foolproof, right? But if you bring over two maps with it, like, come on. And then also, with all due respect, kind of not really in all shade period. You've already paid $5,000 for your Disney vacation. You can spend $6 more on another freaking Mickey bar. Hello?
I thought he was picking it up to throw away, and when he gave it back to that child, I just was like, police?
Yeah, Demi, I would be right there with you ringing that alarm bell. I would be calling CPS. I would be I'm the woman's too stunned to speak. I don't understand. This is just baffling on all different fronts. But theme parks really are a I said that I do notice the bathroom thing more at theme parks, but this kind of behavior, it is strange why theme parks do bring this behavior. We seem to notice it more there. And I wonder if it's just because it's a wider swath of people that are congregating in one area versus kind of sticking to your bubble, I guess, in other societal situations, that you don't really see that kind of stuff. Because certainly if I saw my friends do that with their children, I would be like, what are you doing? But you're just getting all kinds of different walks of life and different mindsets and mentalities in these parks. So maybe that's why we see it more, or God, I don't know.
But Joey, where do people get the confidence to feel like they can go out in front of thousands of people with the wettest, most bronchial cough you've ever heard in your lifetime and not even attempt to cover it in the stretch room, surrounded by people, just sharing the bronchial love with the entire room?
That's the strep room now.
But in interior spaces, like coming in sicker than sick could be and not even attempting to A, hide that you're sick, and B, doing everything in your power to share it with the room. It's crazy.
I think my number one thing that is a constant that happens to me in the parks, and it's obviously kids will do it, but they're kids. I have this problem. It's adults are doing this too more. I feel like they're just coughing in the air. And so I do this. I am not shy with this anymore because I cannot get sick. So when that happens it's near me, I literally do this fast whip turn. And I'm like, well, we're just going to cough in the air now. And I say that. We're just not going to cover our mouths.
I love calling people out on stuff like that, but I guess, Jeremy, the stretch room in that scenario would now be the strep room with a P. Yeah, it'd be the strep room.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, opportunity
That's
missed.
The T-shirt.
That's
strep room.
Strep room party. Strep room.
But Demi, to your point though, it's like the thing that's crazy though is that it gets turned on you, right? It's like, oh well, if you don't want to get sick, maybe you should just stay home. No, you're the one with the issue. You stay home. I can't. Now.
I know.
Jeremy, getting so butch there.
The open mouth coughing and sneezing with no attempt. Accidents happen, but it drives me insane.
It drives me insane.
All right. So, my second one is, I also think I was admonished on the pod for this before when I said this, but because I believe that there's people on this pod who might have to utilize this technique that I do not utilize, but due to maybe height differences, this might need to be utilized by some people, which I can hear an argument for, however.
Oh my God, if you talk about this boat issue, I'm going to scream.
It is indeed the boat issue.
Because you know what? Every time I go into a boat now, I think of this, and I'm thinking to myself, I wish Joey was with me so I could prove to him, because I went to do Frozen to see the new animatronics, and I was like, see? I cannot at all without busting my face. I have to step. No, because I step on the seat because I cannot reach the floor. No. I cannot reach the floor. If I try to reach the floor first, I will fall. But I am short.
Can we all agree?
However, I don't want to have to do this.
Can we agree, however, that even though we don't want to maybe do this, it is still kind of inherently disgusting to step on a damp bench, a damp, dank, wet bench, and that other people's clothes then sits on, and it's gross.
I mean, whenever I'm on the edge of a boat ride, I don't sit at the very edge because I know people put their foot there. I mean, regardless of adults, children are going to step on there too. They can't reach it. I feel like you guys are being quiet and you're judging me. I can't.
Not at all.
No.
I get it. I get it.
Jeremy does it on purpose.
I don't do it on purpose. Not on purpose. Listen, okay? We are one fall away from the home, okay? So
I was holding off this episode. You brought it there.
I'm dying.
Sometimes, just to make sure that grandma is okay, I need a little extra leverage.
Thank you.
Sometimes.
That's why you were on the floor at DCA trying to get all that leverage. Trying to get back up.
You know what, Joey? When I took my grandma to Epcot and we went on 3 Caballeros, she had to step on the seat. Are you going to yell at my grandma? My 91-year-old grandma?
I would never yell at Jeremy like that.
Wow.
I would never yell at Jeremy like that.
Wow.
Jeremy is my cherished friend. I would never do that.
Dead.
No.
Cherished oldest friend.
Cherished,
apparently.
yes. My only point to say is that when I see it happen, if I'm riding with another group or something and I see it happen in front of me, I just have to brace myself and know that, well, my butt is now going to get wet with the matter of materials that has just been on the bottom of their shoe that is now mixing with the bacteria water on the bottom. It's getting all brominated. My butt is getting brominated.
Can I give you a suggestion? You should buy one of those Disney mats that they use in Tokyo to sit on the ground.
Oh.
And then that way your butt will not be bromined.
Brominated. That is
brominated butts.
Yeah,
Brominated
butts. Yes.
That's a fun T-shirt.
That is a fun T-shirt. I like that actually.
Yeah.
I
You
would
could wear it
that.
out to the bar. It would get a lot of attention.
I've perished. Oh, I've perished. That is a good idea, though. That's a good idea. Thank you, Jeremy.
You're welcome.
I like that. Thank you. Well, since this one is an unpopular opinion, let's move on to Jeremy's number third in the voting.
I have exhausted so much energy on this topic that I am going to keep this fragmented and
Okay.
straight to the point.
Okay.
I understand that certain attractions, especially when they're really popular, there needs to be something to keep people interested, to keep people sane, to give things to do to people that isn't screaming wrong answers of heads up at one another, as fun as that is. But my God, the interactive features in Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Winnie the Pooh at Magic Kingdom are the bane of my existence.
I knew this was
Yeah.
coming.
I cannot. I have seen it all.
Yeah.
I have seen first of all, they're beautiful. They're shining. They make noises. You're going to want to touch them. Like Joey said earlier, it's like a siren beckoning you.
It's like a siren.
It's like being in the underworld and not being able to turn back and look at Hades. It's very that. Like, hello.
You mean Eurydice?
That's what I meant. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And people, as soon as I see them lock eyes with the gems or with the honey wall, it's game over. It's gone. We've lost them. And then before you know it, there are hands all over the gems in the water. I've seen fingers down the pants, up the nose, on the gems. I've seen mouths on the gems. And then I've seen hands follow the mouths on the gems. Same with the wall. It is baffling to me. It's wild that people can watch that in line and still be like, yeah, let's touch it. Let's play with it. Yeah, amazing. No.
But people fill up their water bottles too.
Correct.
Yeah.
In that water.
Yeah, in that water they fill up. Didn't they have to put up a sign? Isn't there a sign now that
Pretty
says that the water?
sure.
Yeah, I think there's a
Pretty
sign that says
sure.
the water is not sanitary.
I was waiting for you to bring this up because I knew you would, and I will never forget that I think it was the first day the parks reopened in 2020, and I'm online for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and obviously this was the time where we're not touching anything at that point, and not only were their kids already still touching it, mouth right on the gem.
Oh, mouth right on the gem. Mouth right on the gem. Not mouth right on the gem.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I love the theming. It's pretty. It's gorgeous. But why don't we put it 7 feet in the air so nobody can touch it? Like,
Seven dwarfs. How about 7 feet?
period.
Well,
Okay.
that's actually pretty gross too. But whoops. Yeah, this is a really good one, and I actually forgot about this, and I have seen numerous people document this stuff and put it, people still just going to town on those gems, and just
Hurts my heart.
Ugh, yeah. I mean,
It hurts.
why don't they just put alcohol? Well, not alcohol. Well, no, actually, that would be more people would then put there. But like a disgustingly flavored kind of thing in there that would, if people are conditioned like a Pavlovian response to know not to put their mouth on there because it tastes disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, but then again, it's another one of those things where it's like, hey, look, oh, Charlie, he's adorable, but his mouth is all over the gems. Are you saying there's something wrong with my kid?
Yeah.
No, Stacy. I'm literally just saying that he's mouthing the gems.
Not Stacy.
Not Stacy. We love Stacy. We love Stacy. Stacy, sorry, my queen.
It's the first name that came to my mind. Sorry,
Yeah.
Stace.
It's
Sorry, girl.
Stacy, not Stacey. That we're not
Exactly.
the one. There's a very big difference.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, what a great one, Jeremy. What a good pick. Or bad pick. I mean, yeah, these are all bad picks, but Demi, cannot wait to hear which one you have coming up.
Okay, I'm gonna save my best one for last.
Okay.
But so I'll say for my next one, you guys know the fountain in France in Epcot?
Yes.
Okay, so that fountain has always had lots of attention. Remember, there's people sitting in that fountain, right? Whatever, we've seen articles. I did witness one weird thing with my own eyes with that fountain. Listen, I know it's hot in Epcot. There's no shade, and Orlando is 1 billion degrees. But I saw this man take his shirt off. Take his shirt off fully.
Not dip
dripping.
it in.
Yep.
Soak that entire shirt in that fountain.
Yep.
Kind of wring it out once, two, to
My God.
get the sweat out, I guess, and then put it back in, soaking wet, and put it back on.
I cannot think. I cannot
like that.
speak. Oh my.
Because that water
God.
is so gross.
The water
Dude.
is disgusting.
Oh,
Can you imagine how much bird poop probably gets in there?
It's so disgusting. I mean, I don't know why it's always the France one, too. Because literally, I guess it's by the time you walk all the way over there, you're just done and you're lost your marbles and you just decide to do crazy things like drink out of the fountain or take a bath or take your... Also,
Take a bath.
listen, don't take your shirt off in the middle of a theme park.
No, don't do that either.
Don't do that.
Don't
I
do
mean,
that
come
either.
on. I know, men have a pass at taking their shirt off at the beach or whatever. It's not it's the same thing. But still, we're at a park. We're not at the beach. Don't go if you really need to do it. Go into the bathroom and do it.
Wash
there.
your hands.
Wash your hands
Please.
and do it there. Don't do it in the nasty fountain.
Yeah, that's so horrible. Because there's so much. Do they brominate the fountains too?
No idea.
I don't think, honestly, I don't know.
Why would they?
Because I mean, I could be open to putting my shirt in the water on Pirates of the Caribbean and walking around being brominated, but
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That didn't land as much as I hoped. But I could not. Yeah, I just could not live with myself. I think if I knew the rest of the day my shirt was damp and from a fountain, and just how much chemical weird rust, all the stuff in the pipes is all up in that water, and the bird droppings and the bugs.
But also, it doesn't help. It literally doesn't help, especially when you're in Florida right now and in the dead heat of summer. You're only going to get hotter. You're not going to dry. You're only going to keep sweating, and that wet T-shirt is only going to get hotter. That is the worst thing that you could do.
People don't realize that in Orlando, it's just it's so humid. It's not going to really make a difference. It may make it worse, actually.
Yeah.
But also, it's just in
Just
the
go to
words
Club
of
Cool.
go to Club Cool, go drink some Beverly. But just taking your shirt off in the middle of a theme park too. I mean, and then just putting it in this fountain where don't know where this water is coming from, what's going on in there. I mean, in the words of Raven Baxter, you nasty.
You nasty.
You
You
nasty.
nasty. Yeah, that's a good one. I've never heard that story. That's really disgusting. But
I've never told you that one, I guess.
yeah, no, that's a good one. That's really gross. I mean,
I never told you my last one. I can't wait to get to me later.
well, wait, I can't wait to get to me later. Well, wait a minute. I think I want it because maybe we have. If it's the same one that I'm thinking.
No, I've never told you this because
Okay.
I forgot. I guess I blocked it out of my brain. So we'll get to it.
Because the one, well, Jeremy, then I'm thinking maybe we might have the same one because does your third one also involve that it's something gross you saw a child do?
I mean, it could, but probably not.
Oh,
my
okay.
third one's kind of like a general note that I've been seeing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
my third one then is I was at the Starbucks on Main Street and saw a child full on just mouthing the glass. I've seen TikTok and Instagram videos of this as well, so I know that this is a common phenomenon. But
Yeah.
I witnessed it in person at the Starbucks on Main Street there was a child, just the mouth was going to town on the pane of glass and just...
Unfortunately, children do that everywhere, and I don't know why.
But this is another situation of like, why would you let your child do this? This I think has the most potential to actually get them sick because germs from coughing will stick on that glass. There is chemicals from cleaners on the gas. There is people sneezing. There is dust. There's debris. There's bugs. Do
you know that the parent saw it was happening? Like, that's the thing.
No,
Like, I
I
think
was
most
outside.
parents-
I was
yeah,
outside.
I'm sure the parent was consumed. Like, listen, I've taken kids to Disney. It's hard and it's hot and it's stressful. And I give parents a lot of credit doing it. And sometimes you miss a thing. But hopefully that's what happened. And they didn't just were like, hey, have at it. Have at that window.
Think back to being like 3 years old though, and I know that I would never have done that at 3 and 4 years old. I did never do that at 3 and 4 years old.
Never.
I don't. Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, I'm not going to judge a child too much, but I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's
Yeah.
not great.
Well, Jeremy, let's move the dial on over to you.
Here's my thing. People come for me because I'm not going on the water rides. I'm not doing it. I love Tiana's. I love I don't love Popeyes. Who am I kidding? I love Dudley Do-Rights. Like
You get the most wet on that one.
Well, here's my thing. Like, I enjoy them for what they are. Like, I think that they're phenomenal flume rides. But when water is in the equation with how wet you do get, absolutely not. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. Maybe if it's 90 to 95 degrees and we're leaving the park and going home. Maybe. But here's my issue. You're going on this ride. You know that you're going to get completely soaked from head to toe. We know this. So tell me, why are you getting off at the ride? And why do you feel like it is okay to take your shoes and your socks off and to let them air dry while you're walking around the park barefoot? How's that okay? What are you thinking? What are you doing? That's crazy to me. First of all, the ground is so hot. Second of all, the ground is covered in everything. Third of all, nasty. You're nasty.
You're nasty.
I don't want to see it. It's crazy to me. What?
That is unfathomably wild.
I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I don't think I've ever seen someone do that.
I have seen it.
I really think this is my thing. I really think Disney should start like providing some type of like easy disposable shoe covering or something for these water attractions.
Yeah.
Because that is my biggest thing is if I'm in sneakers and my shoes get wet I can't have a good day.
Same.
I'm going to be the most uncomfortable, miserable. That's why I also like, I think people think that I don't like being in water. If I'm at a water park, like
we know
I'm
you love being in a wave pool.
Yes, because I am here to be in water. In a theme park, I do not want to get wet because I am in dry clothes and I cannot have my feet get wet. But I'm one of those people that I'm a sneaker girl in the park. I'm sorry, I can't do the sandal unless I really have to. Unless it's like pouring rain, then I do the sandal. If I want to ride a water ride, I want to either be able to have some type of, I will go get some I've gotten when I went to California Adventure and I rode Grizzly River Run, because I had to do it. It was my first time there. I had to do it. I got me some Disney park bags and I tied them around my shoes. The water got in them, so that didn't save me that day. But I have done that. But we either like need to have some type of thing where like you can change out of your shoes and socks to something disposable that is still covering your feet, that it's, you know, clean and whatever, or like a shoe covering that you could put on, like a shower cap shoe covering type of thing, like just something to help prevent some of the water. But because otherwise, that's why I don't. When I'm on Tiana's with my hair, my curls, I'm covering my entire head. I can't. Yes. I literally look like a little babushka.
Get the bonnet, girl. Get the bonnet.
I am not ruining my hair for this retraction. So
no.
And listen, I feel you people who are taking your shoes off. I get it. It's uncomfortable. Just don't do it then. Just don't do the ride.
Don't do the water ride.
But here's why I don't get it. Like, to your point, like, Tiana's here in California, there's actually become like a communal, like, what is it called? Poncho bin that you can like give a poncho, take a poncho kind of a scenario. Like it's actually kind of cute. But here's the thing. You know, this is where I don't put this on Disney. I don't put this on parks. You know, you're coming to this park. You know very well that you are going on that water ride. Right. Why aren't you prepared? Why don't you have the shoe ponchos? Why don't you have the dry socks? I have the dry socks. They're like scuba socks. They're like scuba socks. It's like scuba gear. It's almost like a scuba sock. And it keeps your foot, like when I was at Cedar Point with Joey at the beginning of the year. Yes.
I bought those for Cedar Point. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
I need to know what these are. I want to buy them.
They worked really well, actually. They work really well.
They worked I wore them all day. Did my feet end up getting wet? Yes. But for about 10 hours, my feet were cold in ankle deep water and they were dry. They were not cold. They were dry. So it's like, you know that you're doing the thing. You know you're going on these water rides. Why aren't you prepared? Be prepared.
Be prepared.
I fully agree with you. If I know I'm going to go on these attractions, I am prepared. I just think that like, okay, well, if I'm at the park one day and like, especially as me as like a casual, like if I'm there casually and like, oh, it'd be nice to ride Tiana's, but like, I don't have anything with me. Like just, I think it would be nice if like they had just like a bin of shower cap things to put over your shoes.
Wait, Jeremy, I want to know more about this communal poncho drop.
Yeah, me too.
I'd never heard about that.
I'm going to go back to the park tonight. I will go over and take a picture of it.
Please. Yeah. Can you get video of it? That would be great if you could get video of it.
It's become like the unofficial give a poncho, take a poncho scenario. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it's still there. What's that?
Where is it?
It's at the exit. So it's like at the exit of the ride, like kind of like right over in that area.
Mm-hmm. Is this something that like we're not supposed to be like making too public?
I think it's become fairly I want to believe so. I think it's become fairly common knowledge.
Okay.
I mean, that would be a good thing for if nobody's really talked about it before for us to get it out there. That's really great. I feel like
it wouldn't work in Orlando.
Yeah. No, Orlando, that's not.
I don't trust the people coming here.
That's local magic. That can only work in local magic.
Yeah.
Give a poncho, take a poncho. Jeremy, how many ponchos have you taken?
Well, it has been 5 months and I took 4. I took 4.
Okay, Melissa McCarthy and Bridesmaids. I took 4.
Because I did what Demi said. So I had the one on, I had to protect the weave, and then I took 2 and I covered up. I basically went like thigh high boot with the 2 other ones to make sure that my feet did not get submerged. Right. So I went with the 4.
Jeremy, you just wanted to dress up.
But here's what you do. You put one on normally, and then you take the other poncho, you flip it and reverse it, you put your feet through the arms and then pull it up, and then you cinch it at the waist, and then you take the other 2, and then you go thigh-high boot.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like protective. This sounds like you just wanted to wear a showgirl outfit.
It's really ridiculous. Yeah. I have a video of it. I'll send it to you.
I never heard this verse of that Missy Elliott song.
Yeah, I was going to say that as well. You did say cinch at the waist, thigh-high boot.
You got to cinch it.
You lost me. You lost me. You lost me. You're just getting a showgirl outfit on. I'm not convinced.
Just call me Noni Malone.
All right, Demi, our grand finale of Gross, our grand gross finale.
All
Lay
right.
it on us.
Yeah, here we go.
So I want to start off by saying, once again, parents, I understand.
Sorry to these parents.
I understand children are difficult, especially in the parks. I understand that when you're in these parks, it is very overwhelming and you are stressed. I really get it. And I give you a lot of grace and a lot of sympathy. And I let, I've seen things that I would never like I said, I give you grace on it. Like if there's a meltdown, I give you grace. It's a stressful environment.
But do you give them grace?
I give them grace. What I do not give grace about, though, is the one time I was in Columbia Harbor House.
Oh, no.
Not the seafood.
Not the clam chowder. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Columbia Harbor House.
Oh, no.
And in Columbia Harbor House, in the downstairs, there's kind of like different rooms. Like it's kind of like all sectioned off. So it's kind of like small.
Yes.
It's kind of like small.
Yeah.
And there was this family of 5, 2 parents and 3 children. The child was the baby, like a little baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just sitting there across from them, eating, reviewing some food for the channel. And this mom decides to start changing that diaper on the table.
No.
Not on the table.
And then proceeds to throw the diaper out in
the room.
The regular trash.
Oh my god.
And it was a sassy too. It was a sassy.
It was
I knew it.
Yeah,
Oh my
it was
God.
sassy.
Oh god.
Again,
I can't.
I will give a lot of grace.
A sassy.
We do not change our babies at the table,
Not
and
on the
then we
table.
do not put diaper in the regular garbage.
Don't do that.
Oh my gosh.
Not in the dining room.
It's like, it's like the game of Clue. Where did they do it? It's like the parent with the sassy in the Columbia Harbor House. That's where this disgusting thing was. And it's just like a plug and play of different horrific things. And the number of people that do this is also very disturbing to me, because I used to be a manager at a shoe store, and people did this on the benches where you try shoes on. And I one time brought over a paper towels and a cleaner, and I said, "Here you go." I gave it to the mother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
good for you.
that's disgusting.
I know.
But in a place where people eat,
I know. I'm
it is
sitting there with my salmon, just like
Well, you were sitting
watching.
there with salmon with a side of sassy.
I was.
Literally.
Let me tell you, didn't finish.
No, I wouldn't either, because
I left that room immediately. I
particles.
didn't say anything. I mean, at that point, like what's the point of even starting? It's
Yeah,
just,
you
like,
can't. Yeah.
People are just disgusting sometimes. And again, listen, I don't know if that woman was stressed out and she decided to do that and just had a little bit of a moment, or if she just thought that was fine. Regardless, it's not okay.
No, because that's an actual health risk for other people.
Yeah, we were eating. It's honestly, it's, again, I am very forgiving with children. I really am, because I know how hard it is, and I know how hard it is with the parks. But that was not good. I cannot give that one a pass.
Yeah, that was awful.
No, ma'am.
There's a billion bathrooms at Disney. Find one, change them.
There's one in Columbia Harbor House.
Yeah.
Isn't there? We're right next to it. Right next to it. At least.
Rapunzel's is right around the corner.
Yeah.
Single bathroom is right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately. But
horrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we've all been sufficiently drained of
I'm drained.
Sanity.
I'm exhausted.
Today. Jeremy, are you drained?
I am so drained.
Well,
Drained by the sassy.
that's, I guess,
Literally.
that's...
Joey,
I don't even...
Are you drained?
I was waiting for someone to ask me.
I got you.
Yeah, I am drained from all the vomiting I just did off camera on this episode, because that was... What a trip. I mean, what a trip we've taken. This is usually, I feel like we end these episodes on a joyous note and on a happy note, and we're like, yeah, we're feeling invigorated, but no, ma'am, not today. I am leaving today's episode cold, lying on what's the Natalie Imbruglia? I'm really not doing my references justice today. Lie naked on the floor. Yeah, that was change into something real. If you gotta change your baby's diaper, don't do it on the table.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
You gotta put your baby down, flip it, and reverse it on the changing table in the bathroom. That's what we're doing. Well,
I'll end it on a happy note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll end on a happy note.
Do it.
We all got to talk about nasty things together.
With Jeremy.
This is a great therapy session because like these are some things that I hold on to, and just like knowing that this is a space that we can kind of get that out, it's nice. And I hope that it creates a dialogue in the comments, and that we can just continue to forward together, united as one, patriotically.
And not at number 2. Not one. Patriotically. Yes, patriotically. Yes, I don't know why I said patriotically. My brain is fully broken. But listen, that is a clean break on this episode of Park Peeps. Jeremy, thank you so much, as always, for being our honorary.
Thank you for having me.
Third. You are just so wonderful. Everybody, again, as we said at the top of the ep, please make sure you are following Jeremy on socials and on YouTube and looking out for all of his stuff because it's just such a joy. And we hope that you enjoy listening to him on our ep as much as we enjoy talking to him. So comment below telling us if we all got this one right or maybe we need to polish it up a bit. But follow us at Park Peeps Pod on socials and make sure you give us the maximum star rating wherever you get your podcasts.
Also follow me, Demi, at Magical Hijinks. That's HIJINX. Follow Joey at Joey Nolfi. And stay tuned next week for another all-new episode. Bye-bye. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.